Today, the question that we're going to be exploring is when and how did alternative religions begin? So, Mike, what do you think?
Yeah, one of the things that makes the world such an interesting place to live is the diversity. Diversity of language, of culture, of custom, and we celebrate it. But it does mean that the world is also religiously diverse. Atheism, for example, a relatively new religion, believes there is no God. Hinduism, which is a very old religion, believes there are many gods. Genesis 1 has a different perspective. It tells us in the Bible that in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. So it's telling us that all things that are created in the universe came from, have their source, their origin, and depend on this one God. There is only one God. Moses was writing Genesis in around 1450 BC to the people of Israel at a time when everyone around them was worshipping everything. The sun, the moon, the stars, the sea, the trees. They believed there were gods everywhere and in everything. And so it was written to remind them, no, there is only one God. And God was wanting to communicate to them to hold on to that, to remember. It's not things, it's not stuff that's been created that has power. It's one God. And to remind the cultures around them. We see in Genesis 1 to 10 this understanding amongst all humans that there is only one God. Sure, they rebelled against this one God, but they had an understanding of it. Things changed in chapter 11 where we have a record of the Tower of Babel. Everyone came together and they built a ziggurat, which scholars tell us was for the purpose of worshipping the stars. Together they build this tower, and at the very top is where the gods would dwell with mankind. But the one God who created all things, he comes down and he messes up their languages. So now there's lots of different languages and they separate, and from there comes these different customs, these different cultures, and from there comes these other religions. And so what we see is that there's one God who created all things, but then man has come up with other religions, other gods, and all of these fall short because they're worshipping, they're celebrating, they're valuing things that have been created, whether